Hello, it's me, Danyell Carmelita, your favorite tarot reader and astrologer. Welcome to your reading. I have my iPad here because I wrote down my spread and yes, about this collective reading that we're doing today. And this is going to be a reading about letting go and surrendering. Okay. And yes, that's what we're going to focus on. And if this is your first tarot reading, welcome. I'm excited you're here and we're going to get started.
3, 2, 1.
I love you.
Now, before we get started, first of all, I want to say welcome if you are new. And yes, this is an unedited video. Okay, so this is raw, unedited. I've decided I want to do this weekly, and this video in particular, we'll do a few of these and see how it goes, but I feel like this is something that's very necessary for the collective. Just no edits. You can see how a real live reading is if you've never had one. But this one is about letting go and surrendering. So this theme is very connected to Pisces energy, and I find that when I do readings, there's a lot of when we're in that astrology element, there are a lot of questions pertaining that particular energy, and I am currently filming this during Pisces season. Also, we have a stallion in Pisces, but forget all that. This is a timeless reading. I realized that I still have my scarf on, but I guess it looks like, it matches the outfit. I'll keep it on. Okay. That is so funny. Anyway, but this Pisces energy, speaking of the scarf, Pisces energy is just about really being real. And the reason why I say it's about being real is because you have, and I'm not trying to just to talk about astrology. We are going to talk about the surrendering and letting go. But the reason why I'm talking about being real and authentic is because you have the opposite of Pisces, which is Virgo. And Virgo is very critical and very particular and very just wants everything to be perfect, and it moves really slow. It's still a mutable sign, which I ramble, but I want you to understand that that is the opposite of Pisces. Virgo energy is the complete opposite of Pisces. They have some similarities, but the opposite side of it is just not being perfect and really having a more analytical, detailed energy, where Pisces is endless and there's no boundaries. And when there's no boundaries, you tend to lose that energy of trying to be so perfect. Anyway, so Pisces also is teaching us about endings. It's the last zodiac sign of all the signs, and there is an energy of trusting and flowing because it is a water sign and it's mutable at the same time. So there's this endless amount of endless possibilities, no boundaries, trusting and flowing and believing in God and having faith, okay? Because Jupiter and Neptune are the rulers of Pisces. So instead of just trying to have control over something, and I would be a little bit more Virgo energy, you're releasing and you're going with the flow and you're letting the universe and God take over, and you're not resisting the natural flow of things, okay? So if you're feeling stuck, and if you're struggling with something or having a hard time releasing something, or you're sensing like a strong transition because Pisces represents the end and we go into Aries energy, then this reading is for you, okay? This does not have to pertain to Pisces. This is just all the themes that are within Pisces. So if you are feeling stuck, if you are feeling like you need to release, and how can you forgive, because that is also about releasing and surrendering, then this is for you, because you could be having some 12th house themes going on, or you can be having some things of Neptune and Pisces connected to you and you don't even know it. So that's what this is about. Again, this is unedited, this is raw, just like the process of surrendering to life itself is raw, and we're going to embracing whatever message that is going to come through. Okay, you're going to get the uncut version without any filtering, without any overthinking. You're going to get it all. Okay, so let's sit back. I want you to take a time to breathe. I actually should have brought my, I actually grabbed it here. We have my sound bowl here that I'm going to use, and this is perfect for meditating and setting intentions right. for a reading, okay? Perfect for Pisces energy, and just believing in God and believing in the universe and really taking it in and being open, okay? So we're going to take a breath and we're going to see what we need, what's going to be revealed about what you need to release and what you need to surrender to, what's blocking you for surrendering, and see the new energy on the other side that we're waiting for, okay? So before I shuffle the deck, we're going to set an intention. As a collective, we're going to set an intention and we're going to ask ourselves, what do we need to release? What do we need to release? While we are asking ourselves that, I'm going to hit the sound bowl and what am I still holding on to that no longer serves me? What do I need to walk away from? Okay. And we're going to trust that the messages coming through. Okay. So I'm going to do the sound bowl. And I think I have to. What do I need to release? What am I holding on to? What am I resisting to surrender to? What no longer serves me? And I'm trusting the messages that are coming through. Okay? I'm going to put this sound bowl to the side. And we're going to start our reading. This is not a pick a card. This is a collective reading. I do have, I'll put the tarot cards down below because I don't know the name of this one here. But I will put it down below. But I have the Pastel Journey Tarot here in front of me. So I have 2 tarot decks and I have 2 oracle decks. I have the Whisper of Healing deck here. I have that. And I have, wait, I'm trying to see the camera here. So I have the Whispers of Healing, and I'm hoping you guys can see that. And then I have the Magical Spirit Oracle deck. This is new here, so I might be reading the guidebook if I am confused about any of the cards, okay? Or if it's not pertaining to me. Okay, so first, for releasing and trusting the process and embracing new beginnings, first card I'm going to put is what do I need to do? What do I need to do to release? What do I need to do to release? We'll use this deck here. And we have the 3 of Pentacles. I should scoot up. And I'm going to pull 2 more cards in regards to and I have the 9 of Swords. And I have the 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so, and I'm going to scooch up. I wanted you to see the cards, but I feel like you can't. So I'd rather you see the cards. So I'm going to scooch up. Talk about unedited and raw. Okay, this is like a live reading here. Let me. Okay, talk about the realness. Okay, sorry if I'm distracting anyone, but we're keeping it real. Okay, so what do I need to do to release? What do I need to do to release? We have the 3 of Pentacles. This is what I wanted to show you up close. And we have the 9 of Swords. And we have the 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so what do I need to do to release? Well, the 3 of Pentacles is saying collaborate, right? When I see this card, working with others, okay? Building some skills, working and learning, pulling some energy. So, and then also too with this card is there's anxiety, there's lack of sleep, there's sleepless nights, there's fear. And also too with this card, if you see there's multiple knives, right? And that's the knives represents thought. And when you have, it's like the thoughts are building on top of each other. The negativity is building more and more and more negative thoughts. It's like you have one thought, and then that builds another negative thought, and that builds another negative thought. And then two, this card is very dark too. So what you need to release, this is the core issue here. This is the habit. This is the person. This is the situation that you need to release. And it looks like it's someone who you're working with, and they're constantly giving you fear. Okay. It's someone that you are collaborating with. I don't know if it's a business partner of some sort, but it's like you guys are sharing the same energy. I feel like it's someone either you're working with, collaborating with, or someone on your team, right? And you are also, on top of that, this person, you have constant fears adding on to it, okay? Makes me think you may not be on a team, but it's some type of group, some type of association, or maybe it's like it's something with a team. I'll just say that, right? And then you keep building the negative thoughts on that, right? You keep just building on the negative thoughts. And then you have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is usually like you are the victim, you are the self-victim. But this is, it literally is about releasing. When you have the swords in the upright, you are trapping yourself. And this card is saying that there needs to be release. And I'm thinking it's not necessarily the person you're working with. It's the negative thoughts that you are building around them that you need to release, okay? The negative thoughts, because you build one negative thought and then that adds on to another negative thought, which adds on to another negative thought, just adds on to another negative thought. So that needs to be released, okay? Now, why is this so difficult for you to let go, okay? We're going to pull that and see what we have. Why is it so difficult for you to let go, okay? I'm going to pull 3 cards on this one too. Okay, they're all in reverse. So the first one that, why is it so difficult for you to let go? And we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You know, when I think of this, I just think of finances, 100%. And this is the emotional and psychological attachment that's keeping you stuck. And it's like, and it literally is about feeling stuck. This card, it literally says here, feeling stuck. Also, too, this is someone who's not, working out, not caring about their body, not thinking of their priorities. And you could be feeling stuck because you're just being lazy. You're not doing the work that you need to do. You're not focused on your long-term goals. You're more just like, I'm going to sit here and hang out with this loser or whoever it is, this group of people, and you're not really getting anything from them. And so you're wasting your time. And how can I explain? Okay, we'll just keep going. Also, too, why do you feel that it's difficult to let go? You don't like to end things. It seems like you have a strong attachment to things, and you're kind of like, it's like someone who's clingy, and it's almost like you're stuck. It's like like I said, I made a promise, so I have to stay with them. Or, well, this is just how it's been, so I have to stay with them. And these are just negative thoughts, okay? Also, you don't like things to end. You like things to keep going on. You find that if the ending is happening, then it's not going to be good. Versus on the thing can still be going on. You can just change your behavior, because the Knight of Pentacles in reverse makes me think that the person is not doing any work. They're just being stuck and being lazy, right? Lastly is the Ten of Wands in reverse. And the Ten of Wands upright is about holding the weight, carrying the weight. And this, again, is about release, lightening the load. It makes me think, just intuitively, that you need to not hang out with the group. If the group is something of leisure, then you need to, have fun with them. Stop thinking negative of them. Only think about the positive things about them. And when it goes there, you need to focus on your long-term goals. You need to go work out. You need to go run. You need to create a journal and do your plans. Change the shift. Change the energy. And the energy becomes more contagious when you're uplifting yourself and being productive yourself, okay? So that is what, but it's difficult for you to let go because you are scared of endings. You're like, I feel trapped. I feel stuck. but the end cards, both of the end cards are saying to release and let go. Stop carrying this unwasted weight that you are having, and you need to let go. And you need to stop just being stuck and thinking that everything has to just be the same way. I hope that makes sense, okay? What is your subconscious fear in preventing the surrendering or preventing the releasing? Let's see what we have here. On my cards here. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. We have the Five of Wands in reverse, and we have the Fool. Okay, so we have the Fool in reverse. Okay, and this question here is, what subconscious fear is preventing you from surrendering? Preventing us from surrendering. Okay, this is a collective reading, and we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, and what's preventing you is that the Ace of Cups is about filling your cup up with love, and you feel like, I won't be loved, I won't be liked. Everyone wants to be loved, okay? And you feel like subconsciously, no, they won't like me if I just stop hanging out with them, or stop collaborating with them, or stop sharing my skills with them, or whatever it is that you're doing with this collaborative group. When you stop doing whatever it is, you feel like you are not loved by them or accepted by them. That's really it too, okay? Subconsciously too, you're trying to avoid conflict. Okay, so if you start changing and you stop doing or stop hanging out with them, there's no conflict. Everything stays the same. You guys are all just compliance, and no one's saying anything that is stirring up the pot. So you're just, you're not releasing, you're not surrendering, you're not forgiving, you're not letting go. Because if you do those things, that might stir up the pot. That might cause some conflict, okay? Yeah. And It's crazy because the Five of Wands in reverse, in upright, it's about fighting and conflict. In reverse, it's about peace. But I feel like sometimes when people want so much peace, they are avoiding any type of conflict. Okay? And there may be conflict happening here. Now, lastly, subconsciously, the subconscious fear is that the Fool is the next card, and it's in reverse. The subconscious fear is also too of you don't want to start a new journey. You don't want to do something new. The Fool is all about unexpected changes. It's about being brave. It's about doing something new, starting something first. And you're like, well, I don't know where to go. This is how it's always been. It makes me think of like when I was a Christian, right? And I still practice Christianity, and I believe some things of Christianity. But when I was like a very strong Christian, and I only believe everything Christian wise. And I remember reading the Bible all the time, going to Bible study, going to church all the time. And when I stopped believing in going to church, and when I stopped believing that God would just give us a book to go by without us using our inner intuition, I was scared to death. I was like, how can I even do this? This is just no way. I've been taught that I have to read a book in order to use my discernment, in order to know things in life. Anyway, but that's a personal journey. That's not everyone's journey. But that process of not going to church every day and not going to church for every guidance was really like hard for me. Anyway, so that is what we have with the fear of surrendering. Now we're going to talk about how will letting go bring you peace. This I love, okay? I think we'll do an oracle. We'll do this one, the magic spirit. Okay, how will letting go bring you peace? How will letting go bring you peace? And we're letting go is talking about walking away from this collaboration, this team, this shared skill you have. And how will letting go bring you peace? We have two cards that came out. We have the Mystic and we have the Flower Child. And on the Mystic card, it says there's a reason you have those dreams. It's about intuition, higher priestess, and visionary. Okay, so it's going to bring you peace because you're going to be able to tap into your intuition, which I was literally just talking about in regards to the Bible and going to church every day. But this is going to open your intuition. This is going to be make you more spiritual, spiritually aware, spiritually intelligent. Okay, so that is one thing. And then also too, how will letting go bring you peace? It says Flower Child. It will be action, creativity, and momentum. I hope that for I hope that over everyone else, you learn to make yourself proud. So you'll be proud of yourself, first of all. Second of all, there is momentum. There's movement, okay? There's progression happening. Also, too, there's creativity in action. You'll be able to create something. You'll start having a drive and a motivation to do something. Very positive. I love that. This is the one. This is numerology. I'm connecting to this. And 1 is about starting new journeys and thinking about yourself. 14, which represents 5. 5 is about change, okay? There's conflict when there's change, but there is still change. And this change is going to bring momentum, it's going to bring creativity, and it's going to bring action and drive, okay? What action will help me surrender? Okay, we'll go back to the tarot with this. What action will help me surrender? We have the Chariot. Is this a Chariot? Yeah, it is. This is a Chariot card. The action that's going to help you surrender is to move forward. Go. Move. Have the drive, have the willpower, use the action, move forward, okay? On here it says success, movement forward, okay? Control, willpower, determination. Having 2 opposing forces working towards a goal, okay? So you have these 2 decisions to make, but you're going to just say, you know what, I'm going to make these things work together and I'm going to move forward. This is also the Cancer card. The Cancer card is also using empathy at the same time. It is having some sensitivity and emotions, however, and it's very nurturing. And it's also dealing with things from the past and remembering the past in order to go to your future. So remember the problems you had in your past in order to move on to your future, okay? So you do have that. Also, too, you have the 8 of Pentacles. This is all about details. This is a very Virgo energy, first of all. And but this is all about mastering your craft, okay? So the original question is, what action will help me surrender? And the action is that you're going to perfect your craft, okay? Perfecting your craft is going to help you surrender and release and forgive and let go. Everything that I discussed, surrender and let go, working on your craft, focusing on your work and your detail. It makes me think that it's someone who either needs to work out, focus on their diet. It's very tangible items. Focus on saving their money, or someone who needs to perfect their craft and their work. And while you need to release that team, you need to release that collaboration, you need to release this pool sharing energy that you're doing with this group. And also the negative thoughts that you have about them, because it's just getting worse and worse and worse. You're just stacking it on top of each other. While you're doing that, in order to do that, you need to focus on you. You need to focus on your health. You need to go exercise, run, long-term goals, and your skills, okay? Last few cards that we have that came out is we have the Justice in reverse, and then we have the King of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So what was the question again? What actions? Actions that will help you is when you realize that people are lying and being dishonest. When you see that, that's going to help you drive to move forward and surrender. Now, how can you surrender to someone who's lying? Well, you start to see the lack of accountability that they have. And you start to, I don't want to say feel sorry for them, but you understand that they are human and they're not perfect. But that energy is going to help you release and let go. Because you're like, you know what? I can't be with liars. No one likes a liar, okay? Also, too, financially greed. When someone is just talking about finances and they're talking about being wasteful, that energy turns you off. And when it turns you off, you'll be more focused on surrendering and letting go and letting God, okay? Now, what else do we have? What new energy is coming in as I surrender? Okay, we'll pull more from the tarot here. From the oracle. What new energy is coming in as I surrender? And this is the blessings, the opportunities, or shifts that will emerge, okay? The blessings that you have, again, magic. You have power, beginnings, transformations here. So a huge transformation for the best, and it's going to bring you magic. It's going to bring you, I'm not understanding my own magic anymore. It's going to make you understand the true gift that you really have. Also, too, another thing, what new energy is coming? And it says the past, releasing, rebirth, and spring. This is very Aries energy, okay? So it's so interesting that I was talking about Pisces, and then right when Pisces ends brings Aries. And Aries is about rebirth. Aries is the spring equinox too. And then it has all these things that are growing that's very spring-like. So those things will all be coming. And so I listen as my soul told me to let go of the past so that I may awaken to how much I have grown. Growing, planting a seed, and now the seed is sprouting. And those are the blessings that are happening. So it's like you reap what you sow. So if you plant a seed and work on releasing and letting go and letting God and forgiving, right? Once you plant that seed, then this starts to develop into a beautiful blossoming flower. Okay. And you're going to start seeing that. Also too, I just want to say at the beginning of what you need to release. So there's the part of the team, the group, the collaboration. You need to let go of that. You need to let go of the negative thoughts. You need to let go of the anxiety, the depression, the sleepless nights, the overthinking, the building up of the fear that has to be released. And also you have to, that's what I have. Because this one is about like, then you will be able to forgive and release. Okay. I didn't know if I clarified that. And then, how can I trust the universe more? When you lose faith, how can you trust the universe more? Should we pull another? We'll pull these cards here. How can you trust the universe more? I have barriers here. Barriers. This deck is just always forever pretty. Okay. So how can you trust the universe more? We're going to put, common sense for me with barriers is more about setting boundaries. You have created barriers. Oh, but this one, it looks like it says, how can you trust the universe more? It looks like it's going to say, put down the barriers, put down the boundaries. You created barriers are a defense mechanism that may be preventing emotional or mental healing. The universe is eagerly waiting and willing to assist you with your healing. Isn't this what this reading is about? Letting go, surrendering, being open to healing. Pisces energy is about that. So that's why I'm just saying that. The universe is eagerly waiting and willing to assist you with your healing, but you may not be receiving the healing you desire. Something seems to be blocking or hindering you, hindering your restoration. The obstacle may be protective measure you have put in place to keep your heart from further harm. People who've been hurt before always put up barriers. Like this friend hurt me, so I don't want to get hurt again. This boyfriend hurt me, so I don't want to get hurt again. My mom hurt me, so I'm not going to be open to any friendship. I'm just going to know that they're all like my mom. That is because you're trying to protect yourself. And when you do that, when you put up that gate, when you put up that fence, when you put up that barrier, then you're not open for love. Okay. This shield may seem necessary and logical. However, it's also preventing the healing light being sent to you from penetrating and healing your pain. Defense mechanisms are a response to being wronged, hurt, rejected, abandoned, or abused. As I was saying about the mom, you may have made mental vow not to allow yourself to feel a certain way, a certain type of pain again. Once the block is in place, you may find it difficult to talk about certain situations and receive corrective information about your experiences. So it's all about releasing, letting go of the past, forgiving. All these things will help you trust the universe even more. Okay. A message about faith, intuition, and divine timing. Okay. So the person who always says no is not going to receive the love. The person who's going to say yes and trust faith, trust divine timing, is going to be able to receive the gifts that the universe is giving them. Okay. What support is available to me? We'll pull another one from this deck. Acceptance. This is what I just mentioned earlier. What support is available to me? The support, these are guides, people, inner resources that can help me. Anyone who's willing to accept you, anyone who's willing to accept you for who you are, anyone who's willing to accept all the flaws that you have, or who's willing to accept that you want to change, someone who's willing to accept that you want to release, that you want to surrender, that you want to let go, that you want to end this process. If they are accepting that, they're like, okay, I'm accepting that you're changing, then this person is here to support you. This person is available for you. Okay. So, how would my life transform as I embrace and surrender? Okay. Let's see what else we have. How will my life embrace? This is long-term impact of releasing control. How will my life transform as I embrace this transition? We have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is always about releasing, letting go of things that no longer serve you. You'll be able to walk away from future problems. You'll be able to move on. You'll be able to transition. You'll be able to search for the truth and go to the guiding light with ease. Once you do this, you'll be like, if I can do this, I can walk away from anything. Okay, that no longer serves me. What else do we have? We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. And this says, what support? No, I said, how will my life transform as I embrace surrendering? Stop being so stuck in relationships, needing that you need to be codependent in a relationship, needing to be loved outside of yourself. Okay, once you start to embrace this transformation, you will start to see that the transformation and that you're embracing and surrendering is about loving yourself, and that you can depend on yourself, and that you don't need all these fake relationships in order to do things. Okay. Final message from your guides and moving forward. Okay. Let me quickly do a quick. What do they call it? They call it something. Quick hitters. And tell you your final messages that we have here. We'll pull 2 from the tarot, and then we'll pull 2 from the oracle. Okay, so what we have here, final messages that your guides are trying to send you. We have the Nine of Cups, that you are content, that you have everything. God has given you everything. You should be boasting and bragging for the things that you have. Okay. Wishful fulfillment. This is also the card of good luck and pleasure. So know that you have abundance. Know that you are, as far as relationships and love, you are fulfilled. Okay. That's 1. 2. Another thing that your message God is sending you is the 3 of Swords in reverse. Now, this is a negative card if it's in the upright, but in reverse, this is about forgiveness. This is about releasing. This is about self-love and really loving yourself. And God is saying that once you do this process, once you relieve, let go, have faith, trust the universe, surrender, stop blocking things, then the pain is going to be released. You're going to be able to forgive. You're going to be able to recover. You're going to be able to apologize. You're going to have emotional and physical healing. You're going to have a lot of love internally. Okay? The swords will be falling out of your heart, because they're stuck in your heart now because you're holding on tight, but the swords will be able to release. Okay. We have the Alchemist for the Oracle card. Alchemist is all about pouring in the positive things when it's lacking. It's like a chemist, right? And then okay, we'll say it's like a cook because that's more my arena. So it's like someone who's cooking. You taste the stew and you're like, it needs something. So you add a little salt, you add a little sugar, you add a little paprika and turmeric, and you're like, oh, this is really good now. Okay, maybe even a little butter. Okay, you add the elements that need to happen, and the messages are saying that add elements that make you happy. Add things in life that makes you happy. Pour into yourself, okay? Not with this negative energy here. That's not making you happy. What makes you happy? Is it your job? Is it your work? Is it your long-term goals? Is it working out? Is it eating healthy? Is it being productive? Is it being creative? Pour into those elements, okay? Oh, I don't break that easy. Not anymore. Instead, I use things that fuels me. I love that. Okay, last message we have is harmony. This is the final last card, which is so appropriate for the ending of this, okay? May sweet and soft things find you. Harmony, ease, inner child, and softness. Okay, harmony, I would think, is living in your feminine energy. First of all, the feminine energy of receiving love, being loved, pampering yourself, a lot of self-love. Also, there's a sunflower on this card. And when you have a sunflower, and she's the bee, that's the worker bee there. And when you have the sunflower, there's fertility and success. So all of this surrendering and releasing and letting go is going to bring you success and fertility and happiness. Okay. So that is what we have for this deep dive of letting go and surrendering. I hope the messages resonated with you. I'm hoping that you got something out of this. If you have questions further about this, then let me know. And I'm hoping that you get clarity on what you need to release and why you need to trust God and why you need to trust the universe and why you need to have faith. If this reading spoke to you, let me know in the comments too. Let me know what was your favorite part, what part really hit home. Sometimes we put a time stamp and said, oh, at 3:13, I was like, oh my gosh. That happens to me when I do not do readings but receive readings online. I'm like, oh my gosh, at 4:10 I was like, oh my gosh, she's talking to me or he. Yes. And let me know what you are surrendering to or releasing and how you're embracing this energy in your own personal journey. Okay. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the due diligence that we need to do as a YouTube subscriber or watcher. I do this for free and I love doing this and I'm great at my job. So it will really help me out if you pay me. And how do you pay me? You thumbs up, maybe drop an emoji down if you don't have much to say. That really helps. Also sharing this video. Okay. If you love tarot, most likely someone else loves tarot. So go ahead and put it on X or share it with someone else you know that can benefit from this because this is a collective energy. And this is a collective reading, okay? And someone else out there might really benefit from this reading because we know that this is collective, okay? Yes, but that's what we have for the Pisces energy. It's very intuitive. It's very flowing. It's very oneness with God and oneness as a collective. There's a lot of love and intuition used here. I have a journal prompt here. What is one thing I'm afraid to let go of? And what would happen if I trust the process? That is your journal prompt. What is one thing I am afraid to let go of? And what would happen if I trust the process? Okay. Now, if you want more, you're like, I really love this. I have several things. First, I have something free. I have a newsletter that you can sign up for. The link is down below. And this newsletter, I do tarot sometimes. I put my weekly videos up. I also, in this newsletter, tell you the weekly vibe in the sky. So you know Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, what's going on out there in the universe? Why am I arguing with people? Or why do I really feel creative that day? You can just always go back to the email and see what is happening with that. And then lastly, well, two things. Another free thing I have is if you want to learn tarot, I have a tarot school. I have actually a free thing to teach you tarot. I also have a tarot school if you want to pay for it. But two items there. You can start with the free one. And if you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, you can go more detailed and sign up for my tarot school. Lastly, most important thing is that I have a community. And the community is $4.99 a month. It's a subscription. And I do detailed readings like this and they're every day. And there are different questions. I'm trying to think, very detailed questions too. So I have that. Also, I break down natal charts that are very controversial on the platform here. So I break them down in our kitchen talk kind of area. So yeah, we have that. So go ahead and join my private community, especially if you love tarot and astrology. All right. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.
Bye bye.